Safety on a mine site. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters. In today's video, I'm just going to have a quick chat about safety on a mine site. To do that, we're going to log into the sponsors training. We're going to go into the account. So this is my account as the mining coach. And we're going to click on basic mine site operation. And we're going to go down to the module 5, safety on a hazardous mine site, and we're going to have a look at the first one, what is safety. So it talks a little bit about what safety is at the top here, and there's a video that we'll watch in a second, but I just wanted to come down here to this bit because this is the important bit. So safety can't be bought, faked or obtained by fear. It can only be earned with time and vigilance. To achieve this safe workplace, we need to not only have a positive attitude towards, but a personal belief in safety. So you can't fake it. I've been on a mine site before where they cooked the books. They won a big safety award, a big international safety award that they had to give back because it turned out for a whole 8 or 9 months they'd been totally cooking the books as far as safety went on site, and they had to have a big audit and all that sort of stuff. So you can't fake it, you can't buy it, and you certainly can't obtain it by fear. A lot of people, they try and turn safety negative, and whenever you turn safety negative, you make people nervous, and when you make people nervous, they make mistakes, and it's as simple as that. So I just wanted to have a look at this video as well because this is a good one to have a look at. We'll try and get the volume right so it doesn't blast you out of your seat. But this is why I'm not a big fan of the autonomous trucks, because at the moment there's a push on to be allowed to allow light vehicles to drive around them. And this is only a small one, so this is about half the size of the ones they're running up in the Pilbara. But you can have a look and see what happens.
He's slowing down. He's doing a test run.
And you can see the truck really did hardly even move. And if you go back to the area, the only thing that the truck lifted up on was the engine block. That's what it's lifted up on. Everything else has just been crushed. And it's the same thing underground. This is of an underground truck reversing over a ute. I do tell people that nobody's in these utes when they do it, but you can see how easy that is to do and to run across people. And this is why there's reverse cameras on everything at the moment, because in the mid-90s, before the reverse cameras came in, there were a few people run over like this, unfortunately. And because the person driving the truck, until they get to this stage here, they're not really sure that they've run over something, because if you watch it, the ute actually gets sucked in underneath the wheel. So you see how it's getting sucked in underneath the wheel there? It's not, the wheel's not raising. It's not until here, right there, that you'd know in the front seat that the truck would dip down and you'd think, oh, I'm running over something, probably a rock or something like that. But it's a ute in this case. And you can see there's nowhere to go. So this is why they're so big on safety. It's fundamental. I think that, as an underground miner, your whole day is safety. So it's a risk assessment from the start of the day to the end of the day. You're never not switched off on it. And, accidents can happen at any time too. I've been on a mine site where a guy going to catch the bus home at the end of the day fell over they had these telephone poles half buried, so the Land Cruisers would pull up and stop on their front wheels on it, and he just tripped over that and he broke both his arms, and they were quite bad breaks too. So it just goes to show you that you've got to be switched on the whole time. And that's why, when you get people come up that have bachelors in safety and degrees in safety and certificates in safety, often they haven't worked in a hazardous workplace for a long period of time. So when they come in and they try and start lecturing people about working in a hazardous workplace, sometimes it rubs the wrong way, unfortunately, because from everything that you do, you're doing the job the right way, the way that they want it done, because that's the safest way to do it. And so, how you improve your safety in a hard rock underground mine is to learn as much about the job as you can and to do it the way that they want it done on that mine site, because there'll be a reason that they want it done that way, and normally that reason has something to do with somebody hurting themselves or killing themselves or something like that, because the whole industry unfortunately is built on blood. So you need to learn from it. In the last 15 years, the safety's improved out of sight, but you've got to maintain it, and you've got to understand what maintains it. And what maintains that safety that we've got going in the underground space is the professionalism of the miners working. And that's what you want to be. You want to be a professional underground miner. A lot of people will tell you that you need to be fast. I don't subscribe to that. I like people that are smooth. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. People that try and go fast end up rip, tip, tear, bust, and it ends up slowing the whole thing down. You want people that are smooth because, smooth doesn't wreck the machinery, but smooth gets the job done in a really good period of time, and it gets the job done safely. So that's my take on safety, and you can go through the rest of the module on safety if you sign up for the training and have a look. It's got lots of other videos like that, and it talks more specifically about the what's required with safety with underground in the workplace. But I hope you found that information helpful, and it's just something that I wanted to do because when I first got approached to get involved with this training, it got sold to me as, imagine how much safer you would have been if you'd known all this before your first day on the job. And that's one of the reasons that I agreed to do all this, is because they really are true. If you know all this stuff, if you've got all this theory, you're just going to be so much safer on day one than anybody else that's being thrown in the deep end. And, it's the bad stuff. It's everything that you just need to know for yourself, that if you get to site and you're not necessarily having the best experience that it can offer, that you've still got enough tools to actually make it. Because, we're in the middle of a boom at the moment. I'm not telling anything anybody doesn't already know. It's really light on. They really light on with trainers at the moment, being able to get people up to speed. And it's not uncommon for a truck driver to get to site and being trained by somebody that's only just been trained themselves. And that's not the first time it's happened. I've seen that happen, sort of 4 or 5 times over the last 25 years as we move through these booms that we've been having. And it's just the way it works. So, that's why I got involved with the training, was because, it just makes a new starter so much safer on day one if they know what everything is and what everything does. It just frees them up to learn, the job that they've got to learn and get on with it and become a productive member of crew. So like I said, I hope that that information helps and gives you an idea of safety from an underground perspective. And if you've got any more questions, please send them through. And if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that would be wonderful. Thank you.